event or something.
Looks like we're live now.
We are? Okay, good. It only took 7 months. All good. Okay, so what are we talking about? One, me being old. So
You're
I
older.
managed
I'm
to
older. Nora.
break my WhatsApp, I think. So I mean, it wasn't, I don't think it was broken to begin with. Then I broke it and now I cannot access it, which is amazing. The good part of it is that I'm totally relaxed because I'm not aware of the problems that anybody has contacted me about. So that's perfect.
So the whole world's on fire, but it's fine. Julia doesn't know about it.
So that's the first thing we're going to talk about. So for those, if there's anybody following or in the live and you're a client or so, send me a letter. It's safer via mail. For us instead, I have a question for you. What is the last purchase you made between 500 and £1,000 that you can share, obviously?
That depends whether my husband's worth. No, that's not. No, the last major major. Does it have to be? You want it business specific? Or?
No.
Actually, no. The last one would be my baby fox table and fox cub mattress, which was just over £500.
Okay. So you knew about how it worked and everything already? Did you do any research?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a fanatical researcher of. I probably go overboard, overthinking things.
Mm-hmm. And why did you, with that specific or any purchase in that price range, why do you do your research and everything?
Because it's a significant amount of money, and I want to know that I'm choosing the right product, that I'm not going to regret my purchase, that there isn't something better out there, that's something that fits what I'm looking for better, that's good quality, there's longevity to it. God, there's a myriad of reasons.
Do you know for the table or the add-on, do you know that Maddie had participated in it?
Yeah, so I've been looking at Baby Fox. I'm probably everybody's nightmare client. I've been looking at the Baby Fox table for probably over a year and going away and coming back from it because slight business decisions for me are slightly different to home decisions, but there's got to be a valid reason to justify spending that amount of money. And to be honest, having Maddie's name attached to the mattress was enough just to give me the push that, that somebody I know, trust and respect has put their name to something. Then it just gave me the confidence to I probably would have made the purchase anyway, because there's a lot of people in the industry that I know and trust use it already. But Maddie putting her name to it was probably just the wee push that I needed.
Morning, Jen. So did you think about Maddie's feeling when you were researching around?
Did I think about Maddie's feelings?
Yes, I know this is a weird question, but
no.
Okay. So, but there's as you probably have understood already, there's a reason behind this, because I got a few. I mean, this is probably the question that I get most often during the day from clients dealing with leads. Is this person price shop, or a comment to just price shopping? This 2 leads are just price shopping. This person, is this question an indication that this person is price shopping, blah, blah, blah. And although I hear the frustration behind that question, I have clients as well, and I've had photographers interacting, engaging with me, having calls with me for years before they join the coaching, right? So my thought always when I get those questions is, why should they not shop around? Because it's a good, I would expect that these days the vast majority of clients making a purchase with the intention of spending money, they will be doing some form of research. And some of them will end up working with us, and some of them will not end up working with us. So I would like to understand a little bit more, if you can share with me about the psychology of it, because to me, there is I feel it personally when somebody ghosts me. I feel that, well, why did you waste my time? It happens, and I totally understand that. But equally, I'm not, I don't judge people that early in the process, and I don't attach, and I think they are making a decision. This is maybe why I don't understand not you, Fiona, but the photographer's point of view when I hear that. Because to me, it's like, yeah, they're doing their research. It's my job at this time to make everything I can to show them that they can trust me.
Yeah, ghosting, the phrase ghosting is one of my kind of pet peeves. I have
Another one.
yeah, I'm just going to say, if we continue this thread, folk will realise I have a lot of pet peeves, because we're using the phrase ghosting, it suggests a degree of intent to waste your time by the potential client, and the vast majority of folk don't come to it with a view to wasting your time. They're simply dipping their toe in the water to see where they're at. And photography in particular is such a personal thing, whether it doesn't matter what genre, but I think newborn and wedding photography more so than the rest, but it's very personal. We're with these people for a fairly prolonged period of time and in a very intimate way. I mean, there is no other than doctors and nurses and midwives, these kind of people. Nobody will be as close personally in their space as we are. And whilst they probably don't know that at the time, they'll have a feeling that this is an intimate thing. So they have to be absolutely ready in their own minds to go for it. So there's way more than cost is and always will be a justification for either going for it or not. But it's not the reason that decision's made, I don't think.
If there's anybody watching except for Jenny, they're probably hating us, because it's easy here to give the wrong impression, in the sense that on our side, I am not advocating for, especially with advertising, getting all sorts of unqualified leads, and all that matters is how many leads you get. I don't think that. And I don't think you know how much attention I pay to the conversion process. I hate the word conversion, but I pay attention to that. That's how we make money in a business. But I think that the being so emotionally attached to what potential clients say or not, or don't say, these at the early stages causes two things of the relationships, let's say, causes two things. On the one side, you're constantly looking for the exact sentence that you need to say to convert them, which in my experience doesn't exist. We'll talk about scripts in a second. And the second makes you resentful and makes and creates so much anxiety and sense of rejection. While to me it's as easy as we get inquiries, whether they are via an ad or organically, then we periodically review the quality of the leads that you get, in the sense of what is the overall quality, am I hitting the right target or not, in the mix of inquiries that I get, do I have enough potential to convert to convert these leads into clients? And that's it. And then some will convert and some won't. And it shouldn't be emotionally frustrating. Or it could be, but not emotionally triggering, I don't think, because otherwise it becomes impossible these days.
I think that there's kind of two sides to that. The first one is that, yeah, people will be banging their heads against tables at this point in time saying, just tell me what to do. But that is trying to put a mathematical equation to what is an emotive and emotional decision process. So what people want us to do, sit here today and say that if on this day, I post this post, I'll get these inquiries, and if I tell them this sentence, they'll book, and everybody will book. And they won't, because we're humans and we've got this great big brain that does all weird things differently for everybody. So all you can do, and this is where I'm just agreeing with what you've said, what we can only do is speak our language and be ourselves. And then by doing that, you will attract the people that want to work with you. We almost need to flip it on our head. It's not a transactional process. It's a friendship growing process. And at no time when you meet somebody new, I'm back at my relationship stuff, do you want to run away with them for a month? There's a whole getting to know each other process, and we have to do exactly the same, because our clients that do come to us need to know and trust us, trust that we're going to be able to hold their hand as they walk through what is quite a unique, I've just sort of kicked my table there. For most people, it's a once or twice in a lifetime experience. The vast majority of people don't do it again and again and again. So it has to, rightly so, take more for them to make that decision.
That obviously doesn't mean that there aren't strategies that can help you.
Oh no, absolutely.
And that doesn't mean that there aren't, I hate the word template, but some workflows that can help you in the process, so that it's not just totally random. But and the funny thing though is, I have so many, well, not so many, but it happens quite often that somebody interested in the coaching asks for a second call, or they have doubts, they have questions, or they disappear for a month or two, as I said, or 3, and then they come back and they're like, now I'm ready, and so on. I'm sure that they don't think of themselves, and I don't think of them as they're just cheap client. They don't want to spend this money. I'm glad when they do that, because them doing the research and then having doubts before they join is what makes me have clients who work with me for 4 or 5 years. Because they don't come in. The only times it's happened 2 times in 8 years that I let someone go from the coaching, and not that I force people, but in a sense I said, I don't think this is for you, although you've been now forced to stay here forever. And it was because they got in the coaching too early, so they were still questioning whether or not they made the right choice. And then to the degree where the work was more about convincing them than actually doing the work, and I didn't enjoy that at all. Obviously, that's not to say once you join, I don't care anymore. It's quite the opposite. The moment you join, I want us to focus on you, not on, oh, did I make the right choice? And obviously with a business that requires many more clients in a year, the parameters are slightly different. And for newborn photographers, it's so important. The time you have to convert people is so narrow.
Yeah.
The window of time. But still, I think it's just becoming another way for marketing people like me to sell something or to trick, almost trick. Yeah, maybe this is unfair, but photographers into thinking there's a magic formula that I don't think is there.
No, I think you're right. And there is structure that you can put around it, and you can template certain aspects of it to expedite your workflow. But the core process of speaking to your clients, there has to be a personal aspect to it. So, you know, you can have a generic response. If you get an inquiry in the studio, generic response going out saying, "Hi, I'll be in touch soon." That's absolutely fine. But then your next communication with them should have, and I can't believe I'm actually having to say this, but I know what happens, should have the person's name as accurately as you can put it. You know, it's like with Facebook, it's wee Jeannie 23 underscore big pal. And you're like, well, are you wee? Are you Jeannie? Are you bit? You know, so personalise it as best you can, given the information that they've provided. And then show some of your personality within that email. Again, part of that can be as a template that you tweak to them to respond to their inquiry. Again, with Facebook leads, you always get a little nugget in there. They maybe say they've got a dog or they've got siblings or something. So just take seconds to add that in, and that makes the world of difference.
This is also why, by the way, the reason for the lives that we're doing here, and the reason why I am also pushing myself and pushing you to do a little bit more, it's simply because, not because I think, oh, if we do more videos, we're gonna get more clients, but because it's another opportunity to get my and your personality across. Because I come up. Lou told me off that yesterday she called me a quiet assassin. So I said, okay. I come across like a very serious person in writing, and I'm not. I can be, but I'm not. And so
You're quite grumpy sometimes as well.
me, yeah, in writing.
Yes.
Because that's where the meaningness comes. No, it's just different aspects of me, and I think it should, the conversation with a potential client should be an. This is why in the app I talk about conversations instead of conversions. That's what should happen. Then next time, because we're already boring people here, we'll talk about why are we so stressed and obsessed about conversions, which is something you're going to, I'm sure, like, and it's going to be even more boring, which is sure, because we're worried about the ads. We feel like they might potentially waste our money, so we want to make sure that we convert people. But I think also part of the pressure and the stress that we have, and part of the reason, or the wrong reason to get into marketing, I would say, is because there's no financial planning, or we are under pressure financially, and therefore we always need more. This is planning financially, and also being able to then, when you are profitable, do another type of planning, which is, well, how do I save money, and plan for that. Am I correct? I'm sure that 90% of people coming to me have more of a financial planning issue than a marketing issue.
And again, you know, we're kind of putting our finger in the wind with that one, you know, based on what we know. But yeah, I would tend to agree with that. The vast majority of people, and it's the unknown that causes the fear. whilst knowing as a fact that you're maybe not where you want to be isn't a particularly nice place to be, it eliminates that fear. And then from that solid platform, you can move forward and plan and know what you need. But yeah, I would say the vast majority of people don't need more clients. They just need to make the most of the clients that they have.
I would agree with that as well. And I forgot, see, now we're back to being over 40. What did I want to say? What did I want to say? I don't know. I can't remember. Ah, yes, one last question before we go. Maybe it will take a little longer. Question that I got yesterday. If I join the coaching, can you get me, or how long is it going to take for me to get 3 or 4 clients a week? The question to you would be, how long, if you were to answer that question, remove the coaching from the equation, and you would have to answer that question. Someone is asking you, if I start working on my marketing, how long is it going to take for me to take 3 to 4 bookings a week?
Okay. In all honesty and candor, you can't answer that because there are way too many variables within that, because you don't, sitting here and now, you don't know what structures are in place. You don't know how many clients, if they're sitting with 3 clients a week, an extra one, realistically, if everything else is equal, an extra 1 client a week is a very fairly straightforward process. The cold hard reality of it is there are no guarantees in this industry. In any industry, there's no guarantees, because ultimately it depends what work you're prepared to put in, what things you're prepared to do.
Right. And that was exactly my answer. My answer was, can I get you 3 or 4 people in the studio in 2 weeks? I can. Are you willing to do what it takes to do that? Because to me, it's really like almost like how the way I explain it, I said we have 3 things we can work on. You have time, money, and the quality of the leads, not the clients that you get. So if you have, and you can only pick 2 out of the 3. So if you have time, we can get very highly qualified leads for cheap, relatively cheap. If you have money, we can get highly qualified leads fast. If you don't have money and you don't have time, then we need to play around with the quality, or with how where we set the bar for you to get the leads and people in the studio to make money. And to me, that's it. Can I get you 3 or 4 people in the studio? Yes, I'm confident that I can. But if you ask me to do it in 2 weeks, then it's not gonna be people likely. All of them, they're extremely well qualified as a lead. You will have to qualify them and so on. That was my answer.
I'm going to contradict you slightly, because
Oh,
you
how
said
dare you?
you said I can get you 3 or 4 leads in the studio, and this is where
You're right.
you can't, because it's not in your power to do that. What you can, and have proved with me over the past number of years, is that you can get me volume leads, and you can get me good quality leads. And I have had both working with you over the years. It is and you can give me the tools to then bring them into the studio as clients. But that is what comes in once you've done your job of getting those leads, whether that be through a landing page, whether it's through Facebook ads, whether it's through generic website inquiries. That is in your gift to get that information to me. But it is then the onus is on me to take that step and contact those leads, to nurture them, to grow them into clients. And I think sometimes as photographers, and I'm not, this isn't aimed at you at all, and I've been there, I've had leads sitting in my inbox and I've not utilised them. I've no shoots this week, but I've had leads sitting that I've not processed and progressed. And the other thing is, and this is to anybody that's sitting there with leads, if you haven't contacted them, go back to them, message them. Some will still convert. It's not best practice because they then sit and think, oh, do they really love me? As we do when our clients don't contact us. But it's worthwhile if you've got leads sitting, message them. Don't entirely forget about them. But yeah, so you're absolutely right. You can get the information there to deal with it, but the onus has to be on us as photographers.
It's a teamwork on some level. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you're absolutely correct. I don't have that magic power. So we need to go because I have Alan trying to chew my chair, which is not a good thing. Alan is a dog, by the way. It's not a human. For
some random guy sitting on your floor chewing
chewing my chair.
You now need to evidence that Alan is real and he's not either your imaginary friend or some random guy.
Alan, come here. Come. Let's see. Now I'm going to destroy myself. Join the line.
I don't hurt your shoulder. Oh, bless him. Hello. Hi.
No kisses. No kisses.
Big kisses. Hello. You're very handsome.
No, he's not. Come on.
Yes, he's very handsome. Yes.
Finally, somebody who is interesting in this life.
Oh, is it hard work being a gorgeous puppy dog? Where's that handsome boy?
This is us.
This back. This is mental.
This is us being. Go back to. This is us being desperate for views. Bring the puppies.
That's it. So I don't know if you can do it, but you need to put Alan's face on as the thumbnail. Absolute clickbait.
Right. Thank you. I'll try to go and fix my WhatsApp, and then I don't even know how to end the live without throwing the dog down now. Have a good day, everybody.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.